How to disguise a sagging jawline. I'm 58 years old, and all of us have sagging around the jaws if we reach this age. I have found several things that have helped my jawline very much. First, before I even came on camera, I did gua sha. I like this particular tool, although I have others that have a little niche in it. And what I do is you just put your two fingers here on the chin. Make sure you have some type of face oil, something that gives mobility to the skin. You don't want just a regular moisturizer. It's not going to give enough slippage. And so I put my fingers here and go up the jawline like this. And I do that around 5 times on both sides. Then also, I sort of include in the jawline this little bit right under the chin, this here. So to help that area, what I do is I go up and then sort of do a wiggle here, right with the tool. So I've done that before I've come on camera. The other thing I would say is moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. You want this part of your face to draw the attention and not the jawline. So if you have used moisturizer and your skin is really plump. Right now I have on eye patches. These are from Good Molecules. They're caffeine energizing eye patches. I like to use these to hydrate that area. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off now. I've had them on for about 15 minutes. I also applied eye cream under the eyes. So we want to bring the focus to the eyes. We're going to do a little more bold eye. We want a softer lip because, again, the lips are so close to the jawline that just draws attention. And I'm also going to be contouring my jawline. First thing I'm going to do is shape my brows because that is really important for giving the eye a great shape. I'm going in with my Haus Laboratories pencil. I really do love this. I ordered it during the Amazon sale. I like to sort of actually start with the tail to see how long I want to do the brow. I'm lining it up with the edge of my eye and then just filling in sort of where my brow has less hair and isn't as full. And I'm going in the direction that the hair is growing. So I'm going to start with that, but then I'm going to go in with some powder. The reason why the brows are so important for a sagging jaw is that we're trying to draw the attention up, lift everything up, and make the eyes the focus. So we're trying to bring attention to the beauty of the color of your eyes, and the brows are a really important part of that because that's really the frame. So I'm pretty much done with shaping them for right now. I'm going to add a little powder because that'll make them look more dense. And I'm going in to this Arch and Halos powder, and I'm just going to make them look a little thicker with this. Now this brush, it's interesting. I bought it for my for my lashes, to go in with my lashes. But I found this works great on my brows, so it ended up being an even better brush than what I thought I was getting because it lets a small amount of powder on to the brush, and I can get a really nice full brow this way. I'm going in with my e.l.f. primer. I really love this eye primer. It reminds me the most of Urban Decay of any I've tried. Again, when we're older, we have crepier lids, so you want a primer that is super thin, not thick and cakey. This one is very thin, yet will hold on to the shadows. Now, if you have a lot of discoloration that you're not too fond of, then I suggest the Pixi. This is the Brightening Peach. And what I'm going to do is put some on my hand to warm it up. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this setting spray from Neutrogena. This is their Radiant Setting Spray. I'm just putting a little bit on my hand here. I'm going to mix maybe a little more of this peach, and then go onto the lid. This setting spray will also help the eyeshadow to stay on a lot better. And I mix it really good. Be careful if you have very sensitive eyes. You might want to try a small spot. On me, it hasn't bothered me at all, but I'm really mixing the spray really well with the color corrector, and I'm going to bring this in to the inner part of my eye. The brightness up here will make the jawline look less noticeable. They'll see the brightness of your eyes, the color of your eyes. And again, this is so we can get rid of some discoloration that just happens naturally as we age and our skin is thinner. I already had thin skin to begin with, even as a younger person. And now that I'm older, there's certain areas, my arms, the eyes, that I notice the skin on my legs even being thinner. And that's the problem with the jawline too. The skin is getting thinner. And with gravity pulling and the thinness of the skin, we get a little bit of a drop in here. So I'm going to show you some contouring that works really well. But let's get these eyes ready. Now I'm going to do something very simple with the eye. Using this bronzer, this is from Buxom, I'm going to give a very soft look to the eye. Again, as we age and our jawline is dropping, other things are dropping up here, and we want a really soft look. So I'm just taking this brush. This is my Jillian Dempsey brush. By doing a soft neutral eye, this just gives more emphasis on the color of your eyes. We're going to do our lashes beautiful so that all the attention will be up here and not on the lower end of our face. So this fan brush is just amazing for blending shadow. And as you can see, I'm bringing it right up under my brows. But it's so well blended and looks nice. It looks very natural. For liner, I'm going to double line my eyes. I am taking my liquid liner, going first very close to the lashes. And what I'd like to do is actually just sort of lay the pen along the lashes, just to get some extra color there and dimension. We're trying to bring shape to the eye. So by doing the liquid liner first and not intensely, it really defines the shape of the eye, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the attention up top. There we go. Now, this is super fine, but what I'm going to do next is a technique I love. I go back with one of my eye crayons. This is from Mally. I just got this. I ordered it the other day, Chocolate Diamond. I know this is one of her favorite shades. She's talked about it quite a bit. And I'm going to smudge that into the lash line. Maybe we'll just add a little bit to the outer edge of the eye to sort of make it a little smoky. And I'll take my brush to blend it. I really like that. It gives some definition to my eye. Okay, now let's go to the other side with the Mally. Some of the eye crayons I've used do not give you enough time to work before they start setting up. This one seems to give me time to get it all together. There, that looks really soft, defining the eye. So we're contouring the eyes to bring the attention upward. First coat of mascara. This is what's really going to open the eye up. Mascara is so important. And then I'll be using the L'Oreal tubing mascara, and what I love about that is it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. I can't believe I didn't get into this sooner. It's been such a game changer for my lashes. Plus they stay curled all day. And I'm going to be doing my bottom lashes just with the tubing mascara with the little brush that I showed you I use for my brows. My eyes definitely look much more open now. Let's put some on the brush. So I'm putting right here, right on the brush, and I'm going into those little baby lashes under my eyes just to give some definition. And when I do this, I get no smudging during the day. That's a difference. I get lots of smudging with regular mascara. The foundation I use today is the Healthy Mix. I love this because it gives a lot of coverage, yet it's very thin. Now that I've got my foundation on, I do want to brighten the under eye a little bit because I feel like that will draw more attention upward away from the jawline. So I'm using the Mally. I've talked about this pen before. It really brightens up. I am going to go on my hand first, like this, and just go into the inner corner of the eye. I find I don't need to water this down with setting spray, although setting spray will help it to last longer. It's already very thin on its own, and that's what I love about this. And it's got brightening properties. So it's like two treats in one, and it really brightens that under eye area, but looks natural. It doesn't look super over highlighted. So I really like it for that reason. And I think that's all the brightness that I really want to have. Now I can take this pen, let's put a couple of dots here. It works great also as a highlighter. Now you wouldn't think of highlighter with your jawline, but again, because we're trying to put the focus on the upper half of the face, highlighter becomes very important if you have a sagging jawline. So I like to put something like this that looks more natural. It's very dewy. Look at how pretty that looks on the skin, and that really brightened my eye area up a lot. I'm just going to take my Stands Out sponge and just go over everything a little bit, make sure it's very blended. We're going to start now with the contour. Now, I have a couple of options here that are so affordable. This one is from Bay Free. Both of these, I'm going to swatch, have more of a gray tone to them. And that's what we want. You don't want to use a bronzer along the jawline if you're trying to contour. So this is the Focallure, this one. And the lighter one here is the one from Bay Free. I'm going to go with this lighter one because I feel like this is a little more gray than the Focallure. So this is the one I'm using. This is the brand that I said was a dupe for the Boomstick. And I'm going to draw right along the jawline here and give it some shape. So I'm coming down almost like I'm making an angle like this. So I'm starting at the ear, go down to the jaw, come here, draw back, and then upward. Now, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and put contour way up here. You don't want to put it in the hollow of the skin because that is going to make the entire face look very saggy. And I'm going to put it right here. So I'm actually putting it on the very bottom of my cheekbone. And then we'll go in and blend it out. I'm going to start blending with my Stands Out sponge. You could use a brush, and I would suggest pouncing with a brush. But I'm going to just do it with my Stands Out sponge because it gives such a soft, airbrushed type of look. And what I find with this Bay Free is nice is like some of the other products I mentioned, the Mally, it gives you time to work. So again, I'm sort of pouncing up and not dragging it down. You want to take the product and bring it up. Another way you could do this is do all of this contouring under your foundation before you put foundation on. If you're going to do that, you'll want a deeper shade, something that will show through the foundation, but I've done that before for a very natural look, but I think this looks very natural and I have more of a shape to my jawline. Now let's go in with a bronzer. This bronzer has a little bit of gold to it, but I still like it. It's from Milani. This is an older product of theirs, but I love it. And I have found that this brush is just amazing to work. It's a real It's a Real Techniques 403. And I'm putting some product into the brush, and then I'm going to go up on the cheeks very high and bring it up into the forehead. Now I might go back and contour my forehead a little bit. I don't know that I want this on my forehead since it's got some little gold flecks in it. So I'm going to take the stick because I have a high forehead. And let's contour that a little bit. Again, we're wanting to bring everything sort of upward. I'm putting some on my fingers and I'm going to drag it down my nose and do a little contour across the nose. While I'm contouring, I might as well do my nose too. Fingers are a great way to do that. I don't want to put too much here because my eyes are already sort of close together. And if you do too much contouring there, then it will make my eyes look very close together. So actually, I like to start the contour a little more right about here and go down there. And I'm going back with that Stands Out sponge to blend everything. Blush is really important, so we've put the bronzer on, but I'm going to top it with this Tower 28. I like this blush. It's a cream blush. I wanted a very tawny look. I have sort of a peachy top on today, and I just wanted a very dewy, tawny look to the skin. And having your cheeks be very moist and dewy here is very youthful. And again, we're trying to bring the attention upward. So having a really soft, dewy cheek will also get attention. Keeping the lips softer will also draw attention away from the sagging. A lot of us have the nasolabial folds here that get a little deeper, marionette lines in here. So a softer lip can help with those too. I'm going in with liner first. You do want to define your lips. Even though we want a soft lip, we want a soft defined lip. This shade I'm using is Peekaboo Neutral from NYX. Another thing to help, if your lip pencil, this has been a little dry, I'm going to rub it between my fingers to soften the pencil up. Just rub it a little bit. That'll give a little warmth. Now we're talking. Before I started the video, I put on lip balm to plump my lips up. You know, we do want our lips to look full and defined, but soft in color. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in with this. That's really soft looking. I like that. And that'll help give me some longevity. What I'm going to put on top is my L'Oreal. This is 150 Glow Paradise, and the shade is Rose Mirage. Boy, that looks really good with this pencil. I would also suggest a very dewy lip. Because we're wanting a softness here, dewier is going to be plumper. These are great for that. And I think our look has really come together. Let me go ahead and take my hair down and we'll see how it all came together. We want the powder to not be too much because that's going to lead to sagging and the skin looking heavy. So I'm using my number 7. This is their loose powder, and just push it in with my Stands Out sponge. This will give me a very soft look without too much heaviness on the skin. I especially don't want to put too much powder in the forehead because my skin is very textured. So just a little bit. This is very finely milled and is perfect for not leading to sagging. Now let's get real here. Makeup is not going to make wrinkles disappear, sagging disappear, fine lines, but it definitely can help. Let us know what you do for a sagging jawline. Do you have any special moisturizers or skincare that you use, or a makeup trick? Make sure to comment below. Remember that I do videos now on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. And share this video with a friend. We would love you to be in our community. We have such a beautiful space here. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon.